Everybody, Jake here. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, and on today's video we're going to be doing a walkthrough of Badluck Overland's 2012 Jeep.
Hi guys.
Wrangler Unlimited, right?
That's it, yep.
Tony, tell us about yourself.
Cool. My name is Tony, and I own a company called Badluck Overland. We primarily provide solar options for adventure vehicles of all types: Jeeps, trucks, RVs, trailers, anything you can imagine. And this is my personal Jeep. I've had it for about 2 years, and I've had a few other Jeeps before this, but I've wanted, let's just say, this version of this Jeep for, God, probably since 2008 or so.
Right, yeah, you've had it for a while.
Yeah.
Tony really is, like, when it comes to solar, he's the man.
Thank you.
He's definitely the guy that you want to talk to. He knows. He's been in the trade for what, how many years now?
10 years, yeah.
10 years, right.
Yeah, so I've been doing solar, residential, commercial, and then now vehicle solar for 10 years. So, yeah, it's a passion of mine for sure, and I really enjoy helping people out in that whole arena, giving some people some education, providing them with products that they can use, and it's a really big passion of mine for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there's a lot of like misleading things about solar and everything like that, but that's cool that, you know, especially me personally and anybody else that follows the channel, you can come and talk to Tony and he'll be able to square away any rumors, anything like that. He knows his stuff.
Happy to help for sure.
Yeah, but let's talk about more about the rig here. So shoot, let's see, what do we got going on up front here? We have looks like we got some winches, some bumpers.
Yeah, so when I bought the Jeep, it did have a few things already done to it. I have changed quite a bit. It had a basic lift on it. It had these really big bumpers, front and rear. I've left them alone just because I didn't see the need to change them.
Right.
But up front we have a Ramsey winch, and I love this winch. It was on here when I bought it, and I've used it a few times. It's been a pretty killer package, and I really like it. It's old, it's rugged. It does its job. It did have one of those killer metal cables on it before.
Oh yeah.
Super dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't want that. So I did switch it out to synthetic, and put the Fairlead on here too. So I mean, it's one of those things you don't want to use that often, but you know, if you're
glad you have it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's this right here. We had the stock Jeep headlights that were basically like one.
Yeah, I see these are kind of cool.
One candle power, is like I like to call them. They were super dangerous and scary. So just put these are little Amazon specials, honestly, and like they're bright and I like them. And I mean, I have a ton of lights. We'll talk about those, but yeah, these are. I think if you're getting a Wrangler, this is probably one of the first things you want to do for safety reasons. You can't see anything with those headlights. The old ones, like they're garbage. So. Yeah, so switch those things out. Just a lot of little things over the years have changed and evolved and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's a standard Jeep. It's a 6-speed, so it is a stick.
Stick.
Yeah.
Don't see those very often anymore.
Yeah, a little tough on the old knee and ankles for sure, but it makes it fun. It makes it a little more challenging too. And it's the the standard 3.6 V6 in here. It's a decent motor. Little over 100,000 miles on it, and I mean, I've never really had much of a problem with it. I mean, cracked radiator recently, but what are you gonna do, right?
100,000 miles, and you off-road quite frequently, so that's that's solid.
We use this thing. We beat it up like quite a bit. Yeah,
you use it for what it's going to be used for.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Drivetrain wise, I did just put a new center force clutch in.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's been the
new hot topic nowadays. The center force.
Yeah. So they make a quality product, and it's a heavier flywheel too, and it's a dual rate clutch, or a dual friction, I think they call it, and it helps with all the weight. And also, it just helps pull the Jeep a lot. Like we were doing it earlier. I was pulling through, and I had my foot completely off the gas, and it's just pulling me up. You know, everything, and it's killer. So so we did the clutch recently, and then I did change the gears out. That stock gears, there were 321s, I believe. And then I put 488s in here because, I mean, it's a heavy pig. So yeah, we really need to do that. That was a big upgrade. Like.
Gearing's everything, especially,
It really is, and that changed I mean, between the clutch and the gears, it's like a whole new Jeep, so definitely a lot of fun. Yeah,
because vehicles get heavy after a while, too.
Yeah, like
start packing on some weight.
Yep. It's like to call it overloading, not overlanding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's get into the suspension a little bit more.
Sure.
Here, we'll go around and we'll check it out. All right, so I know we were talking a little bit about suspension here, so
Yeah.
tell me what you got going on.
Yeah, so in the front, we have the Icon shocks. We have Icons all the way around. They're 2.0s. Great shocks. We are going to eventually move to something that's a little more adjustable.
Okay.
We feel like we've kind of outgrown this shock a little bit, but
Sure.
for the 25,000 miles or so I've had them on here, they've been fantastic. Like
Right.
I really can't say enough about those things. We also have sort of a kind of a mixture of different parts in some of the suspension.
Right.
TerraFlex, we have the mid arms. So on the Jeeps, obviously when you lift it, it pulls the whole axle back, and it kind of messes with your geometry a little bit.
Okay.
With those stock arms in the front. So these mid arms, I mean, they're much better for sure. They're not long arms, obviously, but they really help with the ride quality. It helps push that axle back out where it needs to be, so it can cycle a little bit better.
Right.
And then TerraFlex springs, and then also in the rear, I'm running the Icon dual rate springs.
Okay.
So it gives it a little bit more cushion.
Right.
Firms up when you need it. And then really everything else is pretty much just stock at this point. But
right. Which for the rear, that's huge because you end up packing a lot of weight in the rear.
yeah, I mean that's one of the heaviest portions of the whole vehicle
Right.
for sure is in the rear. So we do want to change that, like I said, something a little more adjustable, fine tune it a little bit. But suspension wise, I mean, I have no complaints. I mean,
Right.
you can really go crazy with these things.
Right.
But I try to keep it a little bit more, kind of basic too.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, no complaints on the suspension really at this point. But I'm sure I'll find something to complain about. So,
Yeah, super solid build though. That's
yeah,
awesome.
thanks, man. And then we're running the Falcon Wild Peak, the mud terrains. These are the 35s. Can't say enough good things about these tires. They've taken beating after beating, and they're not too noisy on the road. And I mean, I actually do highway miles too, and I mean they're pretty enjoyable. We'll go out and we'll beat them, air them down, and just beat the crap out of them, and then air them back up, and the ride home it's just like
super solid.
Nothing. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and running is just some method. Wheels, I mean, you gotta have bronze, you gotta have a little bit of style, right?
Yeah, of course, a little bit of bling.
Yeah, that's it.
Heck yeah, man, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's about it for suspension.
Cool. All right, let's head back into the back here and check out the bread and butter over here.
Let's do it. All right, guys, so this is the rear end of the Jeep. This is where we spend the most amount of time, for sure. This is where we're cooking. We got the music going, just everything. We love it back here, for sure. One thing I do want to kind of dispel any rumors like about Overland people, right? We're not out here drinking our fancy booze and twirling our mustaches. We're real campers. We're actually out here doing rough and tough stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Sleeping in the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So let me show you guys inside here real quick.
Yep.
Oh no, you're not. Oh, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to see this. Sorry. Here.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah, get that out of here. God.
Dang, all right.
It's not how we are, I promise. Anyways, so yeah, this is the rear end. Spent a lot of time kind of redoing all of this back here. With experience, you figure out pretty quickly what works and what doesn't work. So I've done quite a few different things back here, and I'm really happy with how it's set up now. We have our fridge, the ARB. It's a 50 liter. I always get those mixed up.
50, yeah, I don't know.
50 liter?
I know it's 50 something.
It's big, let's just say that. So
yeah,
so we have that on a slide. I actually built this platform based off of a trail recon video. He built one back here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the idea for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we wanted something to bolt everything down to.
Right.
So I built this myself. I mean, it does its purpose. It's not like fancy goose gear or anything, but
it
works for me, man.
It works. Yeah.
So we have a fridge slide. This is from Tortuga Off-Road. This is a local guy here, and he's in Orange County. We're based out of San Diego. Really cool slide. I like this thing a lot. It comes out and locks, which obviously is great, but it also has like a little cutting board too.
Oh, look at that.
Underneath. So yeah, we're able to.
Awesome.
Yeah, another little flat area, because flat area is a premium when you're out here doing this stuff. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, so I really like this thing. Everything locks in and it's great. But we use the side too and the rear. I mean, we use every little square inch we can.
Oh yeah, space is everything.
God, it really is. So we'll stick things right here, like our wash buckets and stuff, and then hoses and everything back there.
Right.
So yeah, this is definitely where all the magic happens.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I like how compact it is, and it
Yeah.
just folds onto itself like that.
Yeah,
that's
this thing is great. And so we have everything dialed in. We have our you know, our packing crates and everything. We put them all in here, strap them all down. So we try to keep everything as tight as possible because I do not like squeaks at all when you're driving. It's got to be the worst thing.
Yeah.
So up here is the front runner. It's their JK shelf.
Okay.
It's really nice because it is compatible with all the front runner stuff.
Okay.
So all of these little eyelets.
Oh yeah.
It's a track system, so you're able to use, you know, these little tie down points, and these are the front runner straps. I love these things. They're just
that's really cool. Yeah,
killer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, these things are great. So we have these all through here, kind of keep things out of the way, and I have the front runner propane mount right here too. I don't want the propane outside getting beat up all the time, so you know that's where we stick it, is right here.
That's a good idea. Yeah, no, absolutely.
It works. I mean, we everything has a purpose for sure.
Yeah.
And then over here, recovery gear, safety vest. So this is one of those things that I feel like a lot of people don't have.
A safety vest.
Just a safety vest. Yeah, when you're out doing something and you want to be visible, whether it's recovery or maybe you're working on the side of the road or whatever.
Right.
I feel like a safety vest is kind of an overlooked thing. So maybe add one
that's
into your kit.
Yeah, no, that's actually a good idea. I don't even think I have a safety vest in my kit.
It doesn't take up much room. I mean, it's here. It's easy to grab. This is everything, like all of our straps, winch control, all kinds of stuff, and it's all right here. It's easy to get to. So you don't want that thing buried like at all.
Yeah, no, you want to be able to easy to get to if you need it in a pinch. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So let's see, what else can we talk about back here?
So you're saying this was a front runner table?
Yeah, front runner fold down table.
Okay.
This thing's killer. It's
snazzy.
Yeah, like I said, flat space. It's a premium.
Yeah, I like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, you got to have somewhere to make all the sandwiches and.
Oh yeah, no, this is where the magic happens.
That's it, exactly. And then you know, everything kind of, we put it in the same place once we figure out where we like it. So the front runner kitchen utensil set. I love this thing. I really like their products. This thing hangs on the back of the tire and it doesn't come down until we're done. And
you have all your silverware in here. Everything's ready to go. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is my wife's area. This is her department.
Yeah.
Not much of a cook. Not even at all. Not even
I'll leave that in between you and your wife.
Yeah, no kidding.
I do enjoy seeing the kitchen sets. I love cooking, so this is awesome.
Yeah, that's it, man. Let's see. So let's talk about water delivery. I got something really cool behind you.
Oh, really? All right, let's check that out. What's going on right here?
Yeah, so this is from a company called Hydro Tank, and what this is, it's a water on-demand delivery system.
Okay.
Killer setup. The owner's a great guy. They make a really nice product. They make it for a few different vehicles as well, different applications. But for us, I think we went through 5 different versions of water. Like
the hang up ones,
everything.
And,
we had the foot pump one. I mean, we had like the big jugs. Like we had, we have everything. It was terrible. None of them worked that well until we discovered this product.
Okay.
It comes in a kit. It's got the pump and it's got the inlets and outlets and everything.
So it works off a pump and not air pressure.
Correct.
So you don't have to pressurize it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Really?
So it's powered and it's 12 volt. So just turn it on.
Look at that.
Yeah, primes it up too, and all of this comes with the kit too. But now we have it's pressure triggered. So we literally have our water whenever we need it. I love this thing.
Awesome.
I can't say enough good things about it. It's tied to a tank that I have back here. I have the front runner footwell tank. It's 10.5 gallons. It's quite a bit of weight, but
where's that at? Is that in your?
Yeah, so it's actually behind the behind the front seats.
Okay.
Yeah, so it has a little transmission tunnel.
Oh, so it's nice and down low, so it's not up high. Okay, all right.
Weight up here is it's kind of dangerous and
it's
a little annoying.
You want it lower as you possibly can.
So that's 80 plus pounds, 84 pounds or whatever, you know what I mean? So you want to keep that as low center of gravity as possible.
Right, sure, absolutely.
But with this system, I mean, we're able to conserve a lot of that water too. And
yeah, that's awesome.
I can't say we've ever actually drained the tank out.
Really?
It's like, yeah, it's so efficient. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then you can also do different options too. So you can do an inlet on this. So if you want to hook up a water source to it and suck the water in, you can do that. Or like I have this actually plumbed for an airline.
Really?
Yeah, so this is running up to my ARB compressor under the hood.
Okay.
So I'm able to actually just plug my hose in right here and air up my tires when I want.
Really?
Yeah. So it makes it really nice, and that's not, you know, dependent on the power or anything. That's just running off of that. But
yeah, no, that's really awesome.
yeah, it's great. So
I like that system. Yeah, because the pressurizing system, that can get a little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes.
yeah, and if you forget to do it, or you know, it's just kind of a weak stream or whatever, like this thing blasts off the food off your plate.
Right. Yeah.
Off your body
I was just gonna say, yeah, for doing your dishes, this is perfect.
It's definitely helpful.
And then you can take a shower with it, no problem. That's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, and this is one of our favorite little kind of hacks here. Is a
Oh, look at that.
yeah. So that's
You see that?
So it's a toolbox paper towel holder.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So
I just built one of these, but I have not put shop towels
Oh,
on there yet.
shop towels, man.
Shop towels?
That's the way to do it. Yeah, they're sturdy. I mean,
I noticed that they stick together a lot better.
Yeah, and they don't unravel and blow down the desert.
We've all had that happen, I think, at some point in time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great idea. And then it just sits right here in the rest of your
yeah,
kitchen area.
Yeah, exactly. And when I'm not using it, I just take it and I actually just stick it up underneath the.
Oh yeah, see.
Yeah, see.
Everything's got its own
Everything,
place.
yeah. So, and this is helpful. I mean, this is like one of my favorite things for sure back here.
It's a simple pleasure.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Little things.
Absolutely. Very cool, man. Well, I noticed you got some lights, and you also have this really cool awning right here. So let's talk a little bit about that. So what kind of awning did you say this was?
Yeah, so this is the Rhino Rack Batwing.
Okay.
It's a 270-degree awning.
All right.
It all like rolls into the side here into a pretty tidy little package. It's pretty nice. But I mean, this is crucial for us. One, I mean, nobody wants to get, you know, skin cancer or anything like that.
Right.
And also, when you're out in an area like we're in the desert right now,
not a whole lot of shade.
No.
Yeah.
Right? And it's miserable.
Right.
So I'll be honest. This is the first thing out when I get somewhere.
Right.
Definitely the last thing that goes away.
Right.
I love this thing. It's a premium one in my opinion. There's definitely higher price ones, but this one has served us pretty well. We had a little fun blowover with it earlier in the trip, but we took care of it pretty quickly. They do give you replacement parts, so whatever. But
I feel like if you build an awning and you haven't had at least one blowover, you haven't used it to its
Yeah.
full potential.
Are you really using it? Yeah.
I really do like how it comes all the way up to the front of the Jeep, though, all the way up there.
Yeah, it's all the way almost to the windshield, basically, and then, you know.
So that way you get really good solid coverage.
Yeah, it's
That's
coming
awesome.
all the way around. But yeah, I love this thing. This is definitely one of my favorite parts for the Jeep, too. I mean, plus safety, you know what I mean? Try to get you out of the sun a little, and we're not in the sun. We're kind of in the sun right now. But
yeah, I mean,
whatever.
yeah. As much as you can get out of it is possible.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. No, this is awesome, man.
Yeah, this is cool. And then we have, you know, just some little Instagram.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, we got the Instagram lights going on right here.
Yeah, you gotta take your pictures for the gram, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I mean, all jokes aside, these are nice. They're low cost. They're battery powered, and I roll these up in the awning, so I don't really.
Oh, so you don't need to take these down every single time?
Yeah, I leave these up here.
That's a pretty good idea.
Gives a little bit of light. We have way more powerful lights than this, but yeah, this is definitely.
Yes, we still gotta talk about that. That's key.
But yeah, I love this thing.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, like camp lighting, especially something like this, it's something you don't really think about, but it's essential.
Yeah, until you get out here and it's pitch black at 6:30.
No moon,
nothing.
just pitch black. Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you're fumbling around and tripping on stuff, and nobody wants that.
Yep, exactly. All right, well, let's go here. Let's talk talk lights.
All right,
see what
cool.
we got. So you were talking about lights.
Yes.
So what do we have going on right here?
Yeah, lights are a necessity, especially if you're traveling anywhere remote or anything like that. I mean, you don't want to get into any trouble, right?
Yeah.
Rocks jump out at you at night, it seems like, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So in the front, I'm running the KC highlights, and these are the Flex duals. These are awesome lights. They're small, they're low profile. They don't draw a ton of power, but man, they put out a ton of light.
Yeah, that's actually, I really like how low profile, low profile.
Yeah.
Because they're not like super big, they're just super small, and I love that.
I have these in sort of a ditch-like configuration, so they're pointed out and a little down.
Okay, I kind of see that. Yeah.
I really want to see kind of what's coming up on the sides too, as much as possible. And then I have the amber covers on here because we do a lot of desert camping, so you can't see if you turn on a bright white light and a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's just
you can't see
glaring back,
anything.
right? Yeah.
So the ambers really help cut through all that. So
Right.
I recently put all the amber covers on. Been really happy with that. But yeah, these are a godsend. We had them on last night, and they were
shooting
like
out far
all the way to that mountain over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these are killer lights. So I have these the duals in the front, and in the rear, a little bit higher and pointed down as well. I have the Flex singles.
Okay.
And they have amber covers as well, and those things are tied in with this whole circuit. So when I turn all 4 of them on, I get basically 360
all the way around. That's a good idea.
Which
yeah, I like that.
super helpful. And then I also have the KC highlights. They're cyclones. They're small puck lights.
Yeah, I've seen those guys. Yeah.
Killer lights. Like I said, low power consumption. They have a 23-year warranty on all their lights, so I mean, can't go wrong there.
Right.
So I have those underneath for scene lighting the ground too. So that's one of those things. I mean, yeah, it's a little over the top. Some people think, but think about it in a practical way. We have snakes and stuff that come up underneath your vehicle or different things, and you want to really illuminate the ground, especially when you're walking around here. You never know, you might step on something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then we also have some scene lights up here that are GoPro mountable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we should look at those real quick. Those are cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check those out. Those look pretty awesome right there.
Yeah, so these were rigid. They're I forget the exact model, but they're GoPro mountable lights.
Okay.
Which for me was really cool because one, they're small, and two, GoPro mounts are just, I mean, there's a million different kinds, right?
Yeah, they're very universal.
Right, yeah. So I wanted to have some lights that, some low power consumption lights that were up on the side, and now we're able to see both sides, but I can actually take those off and mount them onto another mount if I wanted to and wire them in that way and have the option to move them around.
Gotcha. Okay, that's actually really cool. I like that idea. That's awesome. Those are like the perfect little lights too, because they're like not super big and bulky, but they can fit in those really tight little spots that you need sometimes where your lights to be.
Yeah, between the roof rack and the bars over here, I mean, it's pretty tight. So yeah, they snuck in there really nice.
Yeah, no, that's perfect, man. Cool. So all these lights, we got to figure out a way of powering them and maintaining them, right? So what do you like to do?
Well, I got to practice what I preach, right? So solar. When we're out here doing any kind of adventure, the best way is to keep your batteries and everything else just recharged all the time with free power from the sun. So we have a solar system on this vehicle that's charging my main battery all the time, and it's mounted up here on the roof. You want to take a look?
Yeah, let's check it out. Cool. All right, so we were talking about solar, so what do we have up here?
Yeah, so up here I have a 180 watt flexible solar panel. This is from a company called Sunflare. This is one of the brands that we offer through the company. And I really wanted to have something that was low profile. It wasn't like a big bulky, home panel. I've had one of those up here before.
Right.
They make a lot of noise and they get a little bit annoying, to be honest. So So yeah, we actually mounted this. These are adhesive panels, and they can go on rooftop tents, the hard shell ones, tops of RVs, whatever you can imagine. These things can go on there. So right now we have 180 watts of power.
Really, 180 watts?
180 watts.
In that panel?
Yeah, from this panel right
That's
here.
not even that thick either.
It weighs 11 pounds, and it's this tall.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so we actually built this tray for it, so that way we could actually remove it if we wanted to service it, or if we wanted to change the configuration up here. So it's really dirty right now, which is not good, but we're out in the desert, so whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're running this panel up here, and we're running it through an intelligent charge controller that we can actually monitor our solar production from our phone. And these are all products that we offer through the company. Yeah, it's killer. You're out here and you're able to monitor and see exactly what's being produced. It's awesome. I mean, this is definitely in my opinion, it's one of the most mandatory things if you're going out in the middle of nowhere. You got to be able to power stuff.
Sure.
Let's say the vehicle gets disabled, right? Well, your battery it may not be disabled, and you can still power your communication devices off of that.
Right.
You can still power the horn. You can still get someone's attention that way, or whatever. But if you don't have that, you have a dead battery, you're stuck. Yeah, you can't go anywhere. So solar is definitely a big safety thing that people need to consider as well, which is one of the things that we offer through the company. So let me show you the charge controller, and show you the application on the phone. It's super cool.
Really? Okay. Yeah, let's check that out.
So yeah, as I was saying, this is the charge controller that's giving us all the information about the solar right now and what the production is.
All right.
We're getting at the end of the day, so we don't really have much here, but yeah, all this stuff, like I said, it's really nice to have. It's nice to reference and check everything out, make sure that all your stuff is still being powered and everything is good. And it's available on any device. You have it on your iPad or your cell phone or whatever. Sure. Yeah, so it's really fun. It is addicting, I'm gonna be honest. Like checking it all the time and looking at it, it's fun. Especially the first couple months when you have it, it's great. But yeah, the solar system works great and helps us power all these lights, which is awesome. Yeah, I know. And I was looking in here. It looks like you got a lot of other features in here as well. What do you got going on? Yeah, so we want to make it comfortable in here too, but yeah, there's the 67 Designs mounts. These things are just fantastic. They're spring loaded. I've had a lot of chintzy, cheap mounts, and I can't stand them. So got these and solved all those problems for us too. So hands free, right? Right. Yeah, absolutely. And then we have a iPad mini, and we're running the Gaia software. Yeah, no, I like that. That's a nice mount right there. Yeah, it's up out of the way. My wife gets a little irritated with it because it's in her field of view, but yeah, do what you got to do, right? Yeah, absolutely. And then you have your Garmin here as well. I see. That's Garmin awesome. Reach, primarily using this for giving us GPS for the Gaia, but we have used it for the messaging feature too, which is really helpful. Yeah, absolutely. I like it a lot, and that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty standard in here. So yeah, no, that's. I mean, these are especially. I believe I just got one of these recently, and I think that's just something that's really underrated. It's a safety thing, man. Like I said, let's say this died and you needed to send it out. Well, you can recharge it even if your vehicle doesn't work. Yeah, you can use the solar to recharge it. That makes an excellent point. Yeah, absolutely. You can use the SOS feature if you need to. Right. So definitely helpful. I love that little piece of gear. It's good insurance. Cheap insurance for sure. Absolutely. Alrighty. So I think that was everything. I think so. Yeah, I mean, awesome build. Definitely been working on it for a long time, I can tell. A lot of thought went into it for sure. I just, one thing I really do love about this build is everything has its own little place, its own little spot. Like it's very purpose built, which I personally love. Coming from a person who has a purpose built rig. Yes. I can tell this is obviously very purpose built. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. We love this thing. I mean, we try to take it out at least once a month. Sometimes life gets away from you and you're able to, but we do what we can for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you coming and giving us a walk around and showing us the rig and everything like that. I really appreciate it. Right on. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Yes. Man. Check us out on badluckoverland.com for all your solar stuff. Yes. Instagrams, YouTube, yes. Website, you gotta check it out. All of it, the same name. Heck yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Take care.